stats, you know? So the person who I really felt bad for was Kwame. Um, because Kwame, when he came into the league, he was the best person in the draft, hands down. It wasn't close. I saw it with my own two eyes. They brought in all the top big men, right? This was right at the Verizon Center. They brought them all in. He went against Tyson Chandler. He went against Eddie Curry, you know, and he destroyed all of them. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, it wasn't even close. And, you know, coming there and having the pressure of playing next to MJ and really Doug Collins. Like, you know, I mean, Kwame won't say it now, but I can say it because I was there. Doug Collins, you know, it was almost like he had a personal vendetta against Kwame. You know, like, I would text him after sometimes. I'd be like, "You all right, man?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why he's going at you so hard. Like, he wanted to almost take his confidence. But it was really, if things didn't go right, he wanted to blame somebody and not blame MJ. That's what I think. So Kwame got all the blame, you know, and it was messed up. But, you know, but playing with MJ, Kwame would watch MJ and watch his habits and watch the things that he's doing and stuff like that. But with Doug Collins in that situation, I really felt bad for him.
That's interesting, and I've really never heard anybody say that. Maybe they don't have, you know, the balls, for lack of better terms, to say that about Collins in that situation.
And also, a lot of people don't know because they weren't there. You know what I mean? A lot of people just look at it and say, well, you know, Kwame was the number one pick, and, you know, he didn't pan out the way you think a number one pick would pan out. And I was like, well, there's a whole lot more involved in it than that. You know, if he was the number two pick, it was in a different situation, you just saw a completely different Kwame. You know, when Tyson Chandler went to the Bulls, and of course he's a fantastic player, still playing now, but he didn't have any pressure. He didn't have MJ next to him. He didn't have Doug Collins looking to blame him for everything. He could just relax and play. And if Kwame had that kind of a situation, you would have seen a completely different Kwame.
Crazy to think about. And what was MJ and Kwame's relationship like? I'm sorry to keep asking you all these questions about MJ, but very interesting, you know, stuff here.
Oh, well, I mean, from what I saw, it was MJ just wanted to win. He just had a competitor, so that's all he was focused on. And, you know, his relationship with Kwame looked all right to me. You know, it looked like he, you know, pushed him just as much as he pushes everybody else. So I don't think that MJ was the problem with that. I think it was more Doug Collins. But I think Doug Collins also, you know, he wanted to protect MJ and protect it. There's just so much more going on. So Kwame had to take the blame for everything. And it was a messed up situation for an 18-year-old kid to come into. You know, it really was.
It probably scarred him for the rest of his career.
How could it not? I mean, because you don't see and I wonder if they're going to show this in the documentary. But really, the way that, you know, I mean, it was just, I don't even know how to explain it. Some of the times where things wouldn't even be Kwame's fault, but it would just be all on him. And it was just like, that's why I said sometimes I would text him. Me and Kwame, we're like the closest on the team. Like, that was my guy. And a lot of it was sometimes I would see it. I was like, man, that's not fair. This is not fair. How y'all doing him? You know what I mean? But